Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jonathan speaking here, and I'm speaking from the JKM Sports studio. And if we don't have a live broadcast, definitely we'll bring for you a video where we'll be covering some exciting news from the world of sports in Namibia. And as you know, that our Wednesday broadcast is titled The World of Absolute Football with say JKM. And today it's not any other day, but it's a Wednesday where we bring for you news, sports news in the Republic of Namibia. And today I want us to look into the case that is burning. It's a serious thing that is trading out there in the world of sports in Namibia, whereby we have a case or an issue whereby we are stuck, or the NFA is stuck either to promote NCS or not to promote NCS to the Namibian Premier League. And this implication is brought by their own law, or let me say their law is clear, but maybe we are misinterpreting it, or the Namibian people are misinterpreting the law that is set by the NFA. But let us look at the law. What does the law say, and what is the law saying, and what are the merits, and what are the that is to say the disadvantages and the advantages of this law that the NFA has in place. That is the law of promotion and relegation. Let us look into it and understand what the law says. I believe this should be Article 18, 1.3.4. It reads, when two or more clubs participating in the same league belong or is under the control of one owner, and contravention of Article 18.3 of the NFA's statuses, regardless of whether that league is the NPLF or whatever original league, whatever division the league is, it continues to read that the club that ends the season below the other from those seen to be owned in contravention of Article 18.3 of the NFA statuses shall be one of the clubs be relegated at the end of the season, even if that club did not end the season in positions 11 and 12. Right. Let's pause there. Let's pause right there. Let's understand two things. Is Mighty Gunners owned by Defence Force or not? Ministry of Defence, Safety and Security. NAMPOL. Is NAMPOL owned by the Ministry of Defence, Safety and Security or not? If the answer is yes, then according to the law of NFA, hear me right, clear. NFA staff, hear me and hear me right. If you are telling us that if two teams are owned by the same entity, and if one of them finishes under the other, and you notice that that is the case, one should be demoted. If Mighty Gunners is owned by Ministry of Defence, and also NAMPOL FC is owned by the Ministry of Defence, why is Mighty Gunners not relegated? Why is Mighty Gunners still in the league? We are going down and we are digging down deeper, and you will get to that. This law should be amended, or Mighty Gunners should be relegated at this point in time. Let us continue what the law says according to NFA. This is NFA law, it's not my law. I don't govern football in Namibia. We are just a media house that loves football, in particular sports. Let us continue. 1.3.5 says, should the situation as explained in 1.3.4 above arise, the co-owned team ending below the others will be relegated together with the team placed 12 and at the end of the season until NFA League has only one or less team owned by one owner. Guys, let's speak about this. Please leave your comments down below. Let's discuss the law of NFA. The law is saying, if there are 3 teams, if there are 4 teams that happens to be from the same entity or owned by the same owner, those teams should be relegated one by one until one is left. Meaning, if Mighty Gunners and Nampol are all under, or they are in line with the Ministry of Defense, Safety and Security, it means that today Mighty Gunners should go down should be relegated, right? Let's continue. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe Nampol, Namibian Police and Defense Force are not under the same ministry. Maybe Nampol is under the Ministry of Finance. Let's have it that way, right? Let's continue. And 1.3.6 says, no team that has potential to create contravention of Article 18.3 of the NFA's status in a higher league will be promoted. This is where we are standing today. That if there is a team from the lower divisions that is coming to create a controversy, that is coming to create a conflict in ownership, meaning that if there is a team coming from the lower divisions, but also is coming to create a contravention, meaning that it's coming to confuse us, it's coming for us to have questions. Is this team owned by that? Is this team owned by this? Is this team... If there is a team like that, the law says that that team should not be promoted. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are standing with NCS, that is the Namibian Correctional Facilities or Services Football Club. This team is being people are saying the team is owned by the Ministry of Defense. People are saying that people are saying that NCS falls under the Ministry of Defense, Nampol falls under the Ministry of Defense, Safety and Security, Mighty Gunners falls under the Ministry of Safety and Security. But then, if these teams are all under the same ministry or they are owned by the same entity, according to the first law we read, why is Mighty Gunners still in the Premier League? And on the same merit, why are you not allowing the NCS to be promoted based on the same law? Meaning, NFA, they are also contradicting their own law. NFA is also, they are also not honoring their law. They are also not standing by their law, because that these laws are clear. If you are telling me that NCS is owned by the Ministry of Safety and Security, and on that merit you are not going to promote it because there is Nampol on board already in the Premier League, and there is Mighty Gunners in the Premier League which are owned all by the same ministry, then you should also do justice by demoting Mighty Gunners. Please. Then and I will advise the people that are running NCS that if NFA refuses to demote Mighty Gunners based on this merit or based on their law, then NCS should be allowed to come and play in the Premier League, because these laws don't apply to anyone. But if you are telling me that you are going to apply the law towards NSA, you are quoting for me Article 18 1.36 to say no, the team cannot be promoted because it's already teams that are owned by that entity. But your same law says that there should not be more than 2 teams that are owned by the same owner. But why is Nampol there? In the first place, why was Nampol promoted while we had Mighty Gunners in the league? Then, for us to do justice, for us to do justice to NCS, let's allow NCS to be promoted, come to the Premier League. Then from there, let us amend the laws, or let us put the laws in practice. NFA, this is for you and your staff. Please educate team owners, educate people. Don't start a league without educating the people. It costs nothing to call people and sit at the soccer house and tell them about the laws, because you cannot allow people to play a competition that they don't understand the laws. And also, you as teams, team owners, team chairmen, why do you play a competition that you don't understand the laws? How can you implicate yourself in laws that you don't understand? You are supposed to come to a competition and understand the laws. Ask questions that, okay guys, what is going on here? What are we signing up for? What are the laws? What are the do's and the don'ts? This is JKM Sports, and I'm educating the Namibian people and the football lovers on the laws that are there, the articles that are there, the merits of promotion and relegation of the teams. There's laws in place, but these laws seem to be dormant. The laws are not being used. The laws are not being utilized. And I'm calling for the Namibian people, especially the NFA, please be awake, wake up and put your laws in place. If the house is not in place, if laws are not in place, the house cannot be in order. It is laws that causes order. The law came to put order. There could not be law if people were living lives that are in order. But because people tend to cross lines, people tend to cross boundaries, that is why there are laws in place. And I will advise us as the Namibian people to please as well regard law. Chairmen of clubs, please regard laws. And these are the things that causes our football to go in shambles, fights. Because now NCS is taking NFA to court. Like, why are you not allowing us? If you're not allowing us, why did you allow Nampol? If you're not allowing us, why did you allow Mighty Gunners? And I will stand by them. I will also, if it was me, I will argue the same. Like, if you're telling me that we are owned by Ministry of Defense and Safety, but Nampol is owned by the Ministry of Defense and Safety, but they are playing together with Mighty Gunners that is also owned by the Ministry of Defense, Safety and Security. And my question is, are these people not supposed to be guarding the nation? Why do we have police teams in the league? What are they doing? Why are they entangling themselves in civilian affairs? Are they not supposed to be in barracks? The soldiers, are they not supposed to be in barracks fighting for us, maintaining peace and security in the nation? No wonder there is crimes everywhere because police are playing soccer. Correctional facility guys are playing soccer. Defense force is playing soccer. Why do we have these establishments? Why do we have these football clubs? We have enough clubs. We have enough citizens that can set up clubs and play the league. We are not in need of teams to play the league, but that's not the issue. The issue is the laws that are in place that we are not taking heed to. If we continue, 1.3.7 says, if a team is relegated to a lower league in which another team owned by the same owner as the relegated team, the team which was already in the lower league shall be relegated. Wow, these laws are clear, guys. These articles are clear. It means that, for example, today if NFA will say, no guys, we know our laws now, we are going to use the laws, we are going to demote Mighty Gunners, meaning that NCS will go down to second division if Mighty Gunners should be demoted to the first division, meaning that the team that is already found there will be relegated. And also it was supposed to be the case that they were not supposed to allow Nampol to come in from the promotion because already Mighty Gunners is in the league. Guys, I'm educating you guys on the laws of promotion and relegation of the Namibian Premier League that are set in place by the NFA. And also the other thing is, why is NFA running the league? Those are questions that we need to ask ourselves. It's like, for example, you are having a judge, and now the same judge is implicated in the law, or they have transgressed the law, but the same judge will sit again and judge himself. No! NFA is not supposed to run the league. You go everywhere around the world, you will never find an FA, Football Association, running the league. It doesn't happen. Why in Namibia do we have NFA running the league? Why are they running the league? What are they doing with the league? They are not supposed to run the league. No wonder they are implicating themselves in civilians affairs, I'll say again. NFA is not supposed to run the league. It was supposed to be an independent organization, league organization that is running the league with their own chairpersons, with their own chairmen, with their own what. NFA is supposed to run football in the nation, not to run the league. They were supposed to concentrate on developing football in the nation, developing talents, running the lower divisions, running the national team, the Brave Gladiators, the Brave Warriors, under 18, whatever things that should be there, but they are not supposed to run the league. That's just an advice to the guys that are sitting in NFA Soccer House right there. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, those that are following me, those that are watching me, please do so. Like, subscribe, share, do whatever you can to be pleased to support this channel. This is J.K.M Sports, the world of football. It's a football channel, a broadcast that I'm trying to run, develop into something magnificent that can be there for us to talk about football. Usually what I do is have someone live with me on Facebook, but if I don't have someone, I will always come myself with news and with a topic to speak about, or either have someone interviewed, a pre-interview. Please stay tuned, like, follow, and subscribe. This is J.K.M Sports. Love it and follow it. Football in its entirety. God bless.